Lakers locked up the 3 seed, and now they are facing Ant in Minnesota in round one. Luka obviously took care of business against them last year. He averaged 32, 9, and 8. How do you think these teams stack up against each other? Are you a little worried there?
No, this is the ideal bracket for the Lakers.
Okay.
So, listen, everything's hard in the West. And everyone wanted Memphis, but once it was clear Memphis wasn't going to climb out of the play-in part of it, then this was the best you could have hoped for. You want to play the Nuggets right now? I don't. Jamal Murray's back. Joker is Joker. You want to play the Clippers right now? Holy shit. That team looks unbelievable. The Warriors, because of Steph, are always dangerous. So again, the best possible path for the Lakers, in my opinion, was having the Thunder, Nuggets, and Clippers on the other side of the bracket. And they do. They might, by the way, also, if the Warriors lose tonight, if the Warriors lose tonight, the Lakers' road to the conference finals is Timberwolves and then either Rockets, Grizzlies. And even if the Warriors win tonight, then it's Timberwolves and either Rockets, Golden State. And so Ant might average 32 a game in this series. The Lakers do not have anyone that can guard Anthony Edwards, but that's fine. Here are the other things that are going to happen. I don't know how you can credibly play Rudy Gobert the amount of minutes you probably want to play him. Luka just told us a week ago. He was like, what moment from your from the Mavs video got you choked up the most? And it wasn't when they drafted him. It wasn't, one of his crazy buzzer beaters. It wasn't the 70-point game. It was hitting the step back over Gobert in the conference finals, then cursing him out in Slovenian. Luka has tortured Rudy Gobert on multiple continents. In the Olympics, Slovenia against France, he's done it. When Gobert was a Jazz, he did it. When Gobert was a Timberwolf, he did it. So that is a rough spot for the Timberwolves to start with. You then add that the Lakers they no longer have to deal with playoff D'Angelo Russell, which is a disaster, and instead get to go against playoff Julius Randle, which is a different type of disaster. That's nice. They don't have Darvin Ham with his hands in his pockets, or drawing up on the whiteboard, contest without fouling. They've got JJ, who's been up for 39 straight hours figuring out how to blitz Anthony Edwards. All that's good. You also have a series that, because Luka is going to want to make Rudy Gobert cry, LeBron's going to be able to sit back the first 3 quarters like he did in that Mavs game. So again, I think it is a hard-fought 5 games for the Lakers, maybe 6. I will tell you guys, my favorite round 1 bet, shout out to my friends at DraftKings. By the way, can DraftKings, can we start getting some boosts or something? If there's something I really like, I don't know. This is plus 120. Maybe they can throw my face on it and make it plus 125 for What's Right listeners. But the Lakers minus a game and a half in the series, meaning is plus 120. So the Lakers for the series is minus 200. So question is, do you think the Lakers are going to win the series? Yes. Okay. You bet them at minus 200. You win if they win in 4, 5, 6, or 7. Or you can get them at minus a game and a half at plus 120. And you win if they win the series in 4, 5, or 6. So yes, you cost yourself if it's a 7-game Lakers win, but I don't think it's going to be 7 games. Because I think Luka's going to light this team on fire. And I think that, listen, Naz Reid's going to be a problem. You credit where it's due. Jaden McDaniels is an excellent defensive player. But we saw Luka with a worse supporting cast beat this team in 5 to go to the finals last year. Now, Ant said, I got tired, which was odd, and Ant won't be tired this time. But you also have LeBron with 8 days off coming into it.
On the LeBron side, are like obviously not trying to speak this into existence, but are you worried at all about his groin? So I know that was kind of acting up last week.
I saw, so it looked like he kind of tweaked it in the game against Houston, game 81.
Yeah.
He didn't seem too concerned. And this is also why, having 8 days off is going to be so incredibly useful and helpful. So no, I'm not. Obviously, if he truly re-aggravates his groin, if he has to miss time, then that would be a problem. But this is where I remind you guys of one of the single most remarkable stats in basketball history, which is LeBron James teams have played in 287 playoff games, DeMonze, in his career. 208. So teams LeBron has been on have played in 287 playoff games. Of those 287, LeBron James has played in 287. He has never missed a single playoff game in his career. So yes, fingers crossed, knock on wood, whatever you got to do. But also that number is so bananas.
It's pretty crazy.
It's 3.5 full seasons.
Yeah.
This will be his 55th career playoff series. 55 series. He's 41-13 in his career in playoff series. And so, you hope, obviously he's got to stay healthy. He's done a good job of that through his career. One more question before we move on to some other stuff.
So if Minnesota ends up winning this series and Ant shows out, does he move closer to becoming the face?
So, yes, Ant needs to tighten up his off-court life, but he's got everything else. And if he were to outduel LeBron and Luka in what is going to be the highest-rated round 1 series, yeah. That will, but I kind of look at Ant. Here's the optimistic look of Ant. He's on the Luka trajectory. Luka made an early conference finals run. The next year, the team made a big trade and then took a bit of a step back. For Luka, it was Kyrie. They end up missing the playoffs. For Ant, they trade Karl-Anthony Towns. They end up down at the 6 line, probably bounced in round 1. And the next year for Luka, they made the finals. So that it's not like Ant is behind schedule at all. But yes, winning this round 1 series would do more for Ant's notoriety and face of the league stuff than winning the round 2 series they did last year against Denver. As great as Denver is,
probably be super important with this year. Like if he won this one, like if they beat the Lakers and then they just lost in round 2.
Correct. No. You beat the Lakers, everyone's then going to expect you to beat the Rockets or the Warriors or the Grizzlies. That part's definitely true.